moving creature mechanism. Now here are the parts we're going to need to make our moving creature. And as you can see, we've got a wheel, and that little foam wheel there is going to turn around and make the creature move along the ground. One wheel only. And also we've got two little plastic strips, and this material is called corroflute. It's made of these little corrugations, which are just sort of tubes all the way through it, and because of that there's not much material in it, but it's quite strong. All the same, don't try and bend it. Just, you know, it's going to be quite a delicate little creature, so just try and treat it carefully. But it's strong enough for what we want to do. So that's our corroflute slip, two of those corroflute strips. We're going to have two quite long wooden dowels. So there they are there, wooden dowels. They're about 4 millimeters across. So they're rather thin, but they're about 15 centimeters long. Sometimes I use these ones, which are just dyed green. They're just simple garden sticks for plants. Anyway, we've got two wooden dowels. We've got an elastic band, and the elastic band is going to give us the energy when we wind it up. The elastic band is going to give us the energy to make our little model move. We're going to need a pencil sharpener, and we're going to need a pair of scissors to help us today as well. So let's have a look at this. Well, the idea is to make, first of all, to make a little frame. And the frame is made of these four parts. And because the corroflute has these holes all the way through it, like long tubes through it, we're going to join them on the end of the two rods. And that's a little sort of rectangular frame. Now, these are going to be a tight fit in the holes, so we've got to be careful. And the best way to start it is by using a pencil sharpener to make the ends a little bit smaller. Now we're not sharpening a point, we're just going to twist a few times. There we are, and make the end a little bit smaller. So there it is. Same for the others. A few twists, make the end a bit smaller. Let's compare two. And you can see the difference, the one that's been done and the one that I haven't done yet. So just a small amount on each end, and that's the wooden dowels prepared. So now join them together. What we want to do is just pick the furthest out hole with the tube. Well, it's a tube rather than a hole, but there's the hole which is the entrance to it, and we just want to push that in. Similarly with this one. Now I haven't pushed it all the way in yet. Similarly with that one. There we are. And the best way to push them in is to stand it up. And when you've got it stood up, look, you can push down on it against the bench. There it goes. And you can push down on that one against the bench. And you'll find that they come all the way through. So don't be struggling there for ages trying to do it. Push it a little bit at a time if you need to, but it will glide straight through into the bottom and be a nice tight fit. So this one, how's that one going to fit on? Well, pretty much the same way. So what I want to do is start it off, end hole. Don't push it all the way in yet though. Start it off, end hole. Don't push it in all the way. Now with this one, we've got to ease each one a little bit at a time. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Otherwise the whole thing will start to twist and distort. So from the top there, push that one a bit, push that one a bit, push that one a bit, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. Oops, that one's pushed itself through, look. Haha, turn it round and just push on the plastic and that straightens it up, look. There it goes. Let's have that one hasn't come all the way through, so let's just hold on to the wooden rod, look. Push down and there it goes. So check, you can see the little wooden rod at each end. Maybe that one could be a bit further through as well. Let's have a look. There it goes. All done. So that's our frame, and we're going to fit the wheel inside it and the elastic band mechanism. Well, in order to fit the wheel in the middle, the elastic band is going to have to be attached to it. So let's look at that now then. How on earth is the elastic band going to attach to the wheel? Well, quite simply, if we put some little scissor cuts in the wheel, then the elastic band can hook into it. So this is how we're going to do it. Now I've got to be careful here because we've got a pair of scissors. It can cut the foam, but we don't want to cut too much of the foam. The wheel will fall to pieces. And if you think about it, look, there's a point near the center of the wheel, and there's the edge of the wheel, or the circumference of the wheel. And what we've got to do is cut part way in. Now we don't want to go anywhere near the middle, so we're going to cut towards the middle, but only about halfway. So that red part there that I've done, that's what we need to cut. And we need to do exactly the same opposite. So going along from it, there's the end, there's the middle, in towards the middle, stop. So about halfway towards the middle. Now just be careful with the scissors. We're just going to use them with a sort of a nibbling action, just like a baby crocodile having its first bite to eat. There we go, look. So you're nibbling at it, that's all you're doing. Don't try and take a big chomp, otherwise that's when mistakes are made. Turn it round, so that one's done now. Turn it round. There we are. So now the scissor cut's gone all the way through, and we're going to fit the elastic band. With the elastic band, we want to try and get it evenly so that the wheel fits inside the elastic band, with the elastic in the slot there, and then the elastic underneath in the slot there. So let's have a look. There we go. We don't need to pull it too tight, we don't want to snap the elastic. And then we want to go, say, halfway. So we don't want it sort of fitted in like this, look. Where is it? We don't want it in like that. We want to pull halfway through. So let's see if we can get it nice and even. Let's have a look. Probably too much there and not enough there. Pull it through a little bit. That's more like it. There we go. Fabulous. And you may have made a spinner like this before. If we just open it out a little bit and then twist it around with our fingers and then let go, it very, very quickly unwinds itself. And that's really like a little engine for our little moving model. Well, now we've got a bit of a problem because we want to link these two together, and the wooden frame needs to hold the elastic. Well, we don't want to take the whole frame to pieces just to fit this in. So how do we do it? Well, you know where the elastic band goes. So let's pop it off again and think about it. So what you're going to do, give you a chance to think. Right, all we do is stretch the elastic around the frame, roll it up until it's in the middle, and then fit the wheel inside. So here we go. So again, trying to get it central, so we don't want it too far to one side. Let's pull it back that way a little bit. Turn it over, fit it in the other groove, just like that. Now that one's a little bit lopsided, so just straighten it up. So now what we've made is our little engine. If we rotate that and hold the frame with the other hand, the more times we'll wind it, the more times it will rotate. Now this might not work straight away because we've got to attach something to this in the next video, but we can wind back, wind back, wind back. Oh, the engine's about to go there. And then when we let go, well, it's jumped about so quickly because it's slipping on the surface. So there's very little friction, which is a force, of course. There's very little friction between the wheel and the desk because this is such a lightweight frame and is not pressing down very much. By the time we add some weight by making a body to attach, then it will be heavier than it should run along when we let it go. Let's try it one more time just to show you what's happening. see the wheel spins so quickly that it actually jumps off the ground, and then the friction is so low it just skids along the ground. We could add some blue tack weights. There's all sorts of ways we could do it. If we had another elastic band, we could have put another elastic band around the wheel first, and that could have been like a rubber tire, and that would have given us more grip. The whole thing might have been still a little bit too light, but it would definitely have improved the friction. So that's our basic moving creature mechanism.